Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. Cellulite Yoga Pants is lurking and eating. Glad to hear it. What are you eating? Tell us what you're eating. I'm having bra problems here. That's okay. I hope everybody's doing well today. Bit of a strange day, but it is indeed Friday, they tell me, all day and all night. So that's good news for some. What was I gonna say? Oh, I released a video today. It's doing terribly, but it was of that screaming judge last night. If you want to see the judge scream, go check that out. Hamburgers with baked beans on the side. That sounds pretty good. Do tell me what you had for dinner or what you're having for dinner. And if you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. I am not hungry yet. I had a late lunch / breakfast, brunch, whatever. My first meal, my only meal of today has already happened. Ooh, Oreos. That sounds pretty yummy. But I did download so much Court today. If Court could be consumed like food, I would be a fat ass. Okay. Ooh, pretzels and green tea, Lori. Sounds pretty good. I do have my handy dandy Coca-Cola here that I am going to drink. I downloaded Pork. No, but I'm reminded of those commercials. It's like back in the day about pirating movies and stuff. They'd like, you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't download a car if you could. Would you? It's like, yeah, I fucking would, actually. Absolutely, I would. 100p, I would. Anyways, so we have a number of things going on, and in fact, one continuing oh, you thought I said porn, but then it was pork, but Court. I need to enunciate my words better. Also, I got a comment on a video recently, and the person like ripped into Americans not knowing the legal system. And I was just like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm not American. And that's sort of my out card. That's my get out of jail free card, if you will. Yeah, I'm so generic. I'm just a typical American woman. But anyway, it was, and then they met Colin in the comment. And I think I figured it out afterwards. Like Colin came in and we were talking about something, and then and then Colin like made a statement and I put it up on the screen. And I think that's what the person was mad about. But I was just like baffled. I was like, oh, it's finally happening. Somebody's getting mad at me for being too American and I'm not. Anyways, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, Lincoln? What are we thinking? We're at 79% there. I'm downloading other oh, good job, Mayor. That's way better than my video did today. I don't even think I hit 100 views yet on that video from this morning. Even though it's fucking good. That judge was going nuts. Still gave MB PTSD. So I have a caffeine pill here, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to drink the coffee. I'm going to drink the Coke. I think we'll handle that for the caffeine level for today, and then we'll see how we do. Mama Llama is not here. Hey, actually, that's a pretty known phenomenon of right, Rebecca? They would like to do that, but you can't. It seems honestly, like I don't want to like it's not obviously my clip. That one is. But other people can go get that clip. But I literally was like, this is straight out of one of those A&E Judge Freaks Out videos. Seriously. It really is. Okay, back to this. It is well known that Americans sometimes travel as Canadians, to the point where I've heard of Americans actually putting Canadian flag insignia on backpacks and other things when they're traveling. But here's the thing, and it's cute. It's cute for you, and you can do that if you want, but please be aware that people will know if you are pure American if you don't act Canadian. If you don't know what I mean by that, when you travel or if you talk to somebody who's foreign, they can almost always pick an American out of a crowd. I blend in with Americans very well. I'm very loud. I move my arms a lot. I like attention, all that kind of stuff. No offense, guys. But so if you plan on impersonating a Canadian, you will have to knock it down a couple notches. Like, don't impersonate me. That would be a bad idea. I got my passport to prove it, but if you just got the sticker or a patch on your backpack, you're gonna have to level it down. And the other thing is, American traits are great. I think I love America. I love Americans. I love American culture. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy your guys's tenacity. The American dream is a real thing for other people, like other countries looking at it, and to see people do really well. And I have to, I mean, credit where credit's due. I watch Americans all day long, probably more than even the average person, because I'm watching real Americans in court, not just like, you know what I mean, TV Americans or whatever. But I do love Canada. I do love it. I do. But I mean, I would say most of the content that I consume is American. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's actually like safer to travel as a Canadian. Oh, yes. I talked it out. I talked the download out. That's very interesting. Oh, that's a very interesting thing. Sorry. I downloaded a name change docket that I want us to watch. I know sitcoms aren't, you guys. I get that. And just like Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys is not just Canada, but it's not all of it. Creed Frames, really? You got to do today? Yeah, I do remember that. Anyways, okay. So I know, right? I might be able to find the source picture for you, Lucy. Although what you could do is just color match it with one of those like color tools. You know what I mean? Anyways, I just wanted to say I downloaded this name change docket because one time we watched the name change docket and it was pretty good. That other time we watched it, it was absolute shit. They didn't even tell us the new names. Like, why else would we be watching? But fingers crossed today it goes like it. There is oh, hi Bill. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh, you got that so sweet. Somebody came into my house today and was like, "What happened to your hair?" And I was like, "Oh, do you like it?" And he was like, "No. No, it's gross." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, it's a wig, first of all. Second of all, her name is Felicia, and you need to treat her with respect, more respect than I normally do. And then thirdly, back off, Buttercup. Like, I actually like it." But he was like, "I really like the dark hair." And he thought I had like cut it off or something. And I like took off the wig and he was like, "See, that's better." I was like, again, it's still there. It's just full of gray hair. Drunk Beaver Productions, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Do, 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 do. 10. 10. Guys, make sure that you have put, I'm legally changing. Oh, I thought of changing my name for so long. Make sure that you turn gifting on. Under the Stars by Magnolia Home. Is that the paint color you're guessing? Thank you, KT. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We had fun at Members Only last week. We went through some of my YouTube subscriptions and we had a good time. I thought that was really fun, actually. You had a boss who had a toupee and he would forget it at home sometimes. You never said a word. You're the real MVP, Wahoo. You are the real MVP. That reminds me a little bit of something that a lot of women, mostly small-chested women, will understand. Or maybe not. Maybe this is unique to me, being a small-chested lady. I mean, my boobs are bigger now, but they used to be a lot smaller. But anyway, I've started so many different jobs that, when you start, you have to make a decision. You're like, am I going to wear a big padded bra and sort of live this lie of my boobs? Or am I going to wear a more normal bra and sort of deal? And then you have the question, are you going to wear makeup? Are you going to wear a lot of makeup? How much makeup every single day? Because the second you stop, you basically, people are like, oh my God, are you sick? Are you sick? Is something the matter? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just not wearing layer. Well, but that happens all the time anyways. It's funny you say that. What I'll say about that is that I used to have blonde hair. I have pictures of me with super duper blonde hair, very blonde hair. I think it suited me fine. And I was, I had blonde hair for quite a while. I was working at a car dealership, and the best car salesman around, the guy who taught me how to sell cars, he told me one time, he was like, Paisley, you should dye your hair dark. People will take you more seriously, and you're very smart. And I think it would do you better. And I remember, like, I do like I mean, I liked him at the time. Like, I was like appreciated the advice, just somebody being like straight up with it. And so I dyed my hair dark, and I don't think I went back very often since. But it is now calling on me what to go blonde. Ed, hilarious. Bill, also hilarious. I have the best viewers around. They're my besties. Also, Lucy. Judge David Wolf had a name change docket recently. So relevant. He had to recuse himself from one man's request for a full name change because he is the judge assigned to his first-degree murder charge pen, and he wants to change his name. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? That's crazy. Hi, Tammy. Let's see what else. Group hugs. Everybody hug your neighbor, hug yourself, hug your happiness. You know what I mean? Okay, there we go. That is interesting. Oh, thank you. Well, not everybody does, even in person today. Okay, so we are gonna start with the child. What is this called? Soft sit trick. Commit crime, then change your name to all caps version, right? The all caps version. What are we gonna do here? That's right. Hug your guitar. Hug whatever makes you happy. I would look to hug my computer. I don't need to hug the computer. I'll hug the mouse. It knows. It will transmit the love. I hope that doesn't fuck it up. I got new batteries. What is this one called? Oh, water bras. I remember those. They were actually very good. Oh, all caps is when they say it's not them. Yeah, so like change their name to something and then it not be them because it's all caps. What is this called?
Okay.
Judge, hold on. Oh, child abandonment hearings. That's what it is. Child abandonment hearings, which sounds terrible, but in fact it is not. Well, it is, but it's child support hearings. So let's listen in on this for a little bit. They are out of Georgia. And then we have a bunch more court. I literally downloaded, I think, 20 plus different dockets today. I also worked with a friend of mine. He is a video editor, a very much more skilled video editor than I am. And I had a little sit down with him and we were talking about a few different things. Very exciting. But I will just say, I appreciate all of you guys putting up with me and my lackluster skills. Let's just put it that way. Oh, right. It's a long weekend for y'all this weekend, right? Is that it? You were shocked at the title of this docket? Oh, the child abandonment docket. Oh, right. Yes, I know. And that's why I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, I mean, I love drama. Not my own, but theirs. And so I know, but he's a real video editor. Like that's his actual job. And so when and I know this is also my actual job. We'll get into it. I don't know that they're rappers, Jonathan. Rapper stands for refusal to accept parental responsibility. A rapper case is one where a parent will say, I can't do it. I need help. And there's no avenue for them to get help except for to relinquish control of the child to the state who has more resources. So that's what a wrapper is: refusal to accept parental responsibility. Thank you. Court won't resume till Tuesday. Oh, well, I got so much court. So much court. So much court. It is a good acronym. So most of the rappers are rappers. Yeah, I do, actually. I have to admit that sometimes I miss some because it is busy in the chat sometimes, especially with Streamlabs. I learned that I can't block Streamlabs, though you can. If you don't want to see Streamlabs, you can block Streamlabs. But if I do it, it blocks it for everybody. So I'm taking yet another one for our team here. And that's why sometimes I miss comments, because there's a lot going in there. Anywho, without further ado, let's get going. We'll see where we're at. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. I have the name change docket. I have about other ones. I have other ones, you know? I have other ones.
So the first case, when I call your name, just raise your hand really high so I can see. I do want to share, this is Attorney Carson. She's the DCSS attorney, so she's going to share any information about your case that I may need to be made aware of, okay? The first case I have is Jasmine Lawrence. Miss Lawrence, if you're here, raise your hand really high so I can see you. Okay, Miss Lawrence is here. Javen Faison, okay, he's here. We can go ahead and let them stay in because I'm going to handle their case first. Samaria Whitehead, if you're here, Miss Whitehead, please raise your hand. Okay. Jeremy Folmar. And moms, you're the prosecutor in the cases. If the dads aren't here, we have to figure out how to get notice to them. Jeremy Folmar. I don't see Jeremy, no response. Okay, we go ahead and put position 2, Miss Whitehead in the oh, it looks like he's making payments, so case probably gonna be dismissed. Okay, Brandy Brown. Okay,
BB,
and
Brandy
Dante
Brown.
Harris. Mr. Harris. We could go ahead and put Miss Brown in the waiting room. Ashley Williams. Okay, and Robert Lewis. Okay, Mr. Lewis, we'll put you guys, it looks like you're paying through an income deduction order. So your case is looking good, but I'll talk to you in a moment. Latanya Bivens. Okay, and Mr. McKibben.
Mr. McKibben. Why does that remind me of Peter Pan? I don't know. Vicky, we should have a cookout. I would love to do that. My next trip to the United States of America, Estados Unidos. I should try and pick a location that a majority of us can get to. Or I should do a fucking travel across America. That's what I should do. Let's get through this, lady. Come on.
I think we had some issues with Mr. McKibben coming in. We'll get back to him. We can place her in the waiting room, please.
I do, but I go to the United States quite a bit. Last year, I spent almost a month in Florida. And I was in Houston last year. I love traveling. You're in Oregon? Oh, cool. Well, I'm just in British Columbia on Vancouver Island. So I definitely want to do Vegas as well, partly because of my gambling, actually watching gambling addiction. It's not a gambling addiction, only watching gambling. Oh, Lucy wants to host. There we go. But I have a passport, humble brag, so I can travel almost the entire world.
Please, Chelsea Parks. Oh, that's a case that I took off the calendar yesterday. Okay. Demisha Clouden is here. And Mr. Rentz, I think he was the one having issues. Oh, there's Mr. Rentz. Okay, let's change his name, please. Miss Starks, we can put them in the, Mr. Rentz is at work as well. Let me make a circle here. Ramari Watkins. Okay, and Kevin Slaughter. All right, we'll put you guys in the waiting room. Jordan Frazier. KYC, and Dominique Webb. No response. We'll put Ms. Frazier in the waiting room. All right, and so everybody should be in the waiting room. Mr. Slaughter, Mr. Rentz, if you guys could accept the waiting room, Mr. Faison. And Mr. Faison, you stay. I'm sorry, I'm taking your case first because I see you're at work.
Damn, son, he got a job. You wanna actually impress a judge at some of these names are fucking hilarious. I'm trying not to just pause it constantly, but first of all, please remember my name is Paisley. Okay, I understand what it's like to have a weird fucking name that you can't do anything about in your life. So take that with a grain of salt. But if you want to impress a judge, Judge Jason over here, I'm assuming that's her last name. That'd be a really weird situation. But if you want to impress a judge at child support court, appear from work, visibly. Be at work, I guess.
And Ms. Frazier should be in the waiting room. Ms. Watkins, you guys should accept the waiting room, please.
Accept the waiting room. It's your future.
All right, let me hurry up and take Mr. Faison's case. Let me pull it up. Okay, so in this case, Ms. Lawrence, you filed an application for child support financial abandonment. It looks like dad's under an order to pay $246 per month. There's a past due amount of $1,855. There's one.
Okay, so we fucked it up on this one, but we're gonna do it on the rest of them. We're gonna guess. Where's my paper? Here's my paper. I'm getting my paper. So that first guy, we'll keep a little list here. So the first guy owed $246 per month, and his arrearage was just $1,000. $1,000. Was it 1,000 something? Fozzie, Texas, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that. And I don't even, first of all, I'm going to say thank you. I started playing online video poker, but it's not for real money. And I'm a little bit addicted. It's Ultimate X. And of course, I'm playing with fake money, so I'm like betting $100 hands like a fucking boss. But I'm not good at poker, but I'm getting good. Anyways, I found it. I watched this guy Vegas Matt, and he plays Ultimate X poker all the time. And I looked it up online, and they had a real they just had the machine, and I was like, oh. And so it's like called Ultimate X bonus or something like that. And you play 10 hands at once. And then every time you get a hand, it gives you a multiplier for the next hand. So, oh, Discord poker is fake money too. Okay, I might have to come down and play some poker. And thank you so much, Jonathan. Okay, well, then I might have to come and play some poker. I don't know what it's called, if it's Texas Hold'em or not. I know we're trying for flushes, a lot of flushes. Thank you again.
Payment of $88 made last month, but nothing else. The child support is $246. And where did we lose Dad? I know he's at work, so we know that we should be.
Sorry, Judge. Are we doing phase on?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll bring it back in.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Faison. So good morning. This is Judge Jason, of course. I see that you're at work, but I don't see that we have an income deduction order taking the money directly out of your paycheck. Let me pull up your case, 055649. I show that you made one payment last month, but I don't see any payments made in the past 90 days. Let me check what's going on here. Okay, you were in Gwinnett County for a moment. We put the case on.
Yay! He made one payment, $88. Very lucky. Thank you, Jim. Do, 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 do. 88 is a very lucky number. 88 is a very lucky number in the casino world. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jim. And oh, you guys are making me laugh. Well, it's like when I go and, first of all, thank you. Do, 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 do. It's like when I go and I'm playing video poker and I'm just like, oh, you're down $4,000. And I'm thinking to myself, $4,000. I'm so glad these are fake dollars. Because is it just like, it's crazy. And the 10 hands at once is like really good for my ADHD. In no way, Lucy. I gotta go find that. I like Judge Anzalone. I can't believe she said that. Thank you again, Fozzie. I will definitely check out some poker one of these nights. Even numbers make you feel yucky. 88, like that kind of even number? Do you count everything? I count everything. I think it's because there's no pictures in my brain, so I don't know. I count when I stir my coffee, I count. When I pee, I count. All these different things.
All right. So, all right. So, Mr. Faison, it looks like you're working. You haven't made any child support payments. And so we're here to determine what's going on. Why haven't you been making any child support payments? I know that you were in, I don't want to air all your business. There was an issue with Gwinnett County, but now that you're out, why aren't you paying any child support? What's going on? Why haven't you been making your child support payments? You can unmute for me, please, because I can't hear you. Can you unmute?
I'm sorry, I thought you guys heard me the whole time. I said I just got employed, but we can set up the payments and I can give you guys all my payroll information.
Okay.
So 123 every 2 weeks or 250 once a month. It don't matter.
Okay, so yes, now that you're employed, you have to make the payments yourself. And the payments have to come directly out of your paycheck. And
ma'am.
you have to pay it. You have to pay it until it comes out of your paycheck because it could take up to 2 months. Miss Carson, when is the last time that the dad paid any child support payment?
Well, he's never made a voluntary payment. That one on 418 was involuntary. And I don't see any new FIW going anywhere since 2022. So I think we need this job information.
Okay. So Mr. Faison, I can't give you any leniency. Have any other child support orders?
I'd just like to point out, let's keep in mind, he is $1,000 approximately behind on his child support payments. We've seen cases of people $40,000 or more, and the judge up in Michigan is like, leniency. It's like I'm doing the fucking limbo in here, leaning backwards to help. I know leaning and leniency aren't really related in a way, but they sort of are, like bending over backwards for somebody. Sometimes I feel like Judge Kirkham just is so lenient, you know? Yeah, how old is the child? These are good questions. He's a bit of a scrub. And the girl and his girl, baby mama, ex-wife, whatever, she just looks done with it. She's just like, oh, this fucking thing, every thing. He's just not paying, I guess. I mean, but he was in jail, right? Oh, Fuzzy, you're so sweet. Do you know the song Night Shift by John Party? One of my favorites. Listen to it all the time. Thank you. You're so sweet. Make my day. And thank you for working night shifts. It's hard. It's hard work. Working on the night shift, baby.
I'm not on child support, but I do have another child that I do take care of.
Okay, so in
You
this
don't have
case, you're supposed
child
to,
support or anything though.
okay, this one, you have a past due amount of 1855. So you're supposed to be paying 246. How often do you get paid? Every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's a total amount of 295 divided by 2. That's $147 or 150 every pay period that you pay directly to child support, starting immediately. When do you get your next paycheck?
It should be, I think, next week. I just started here.
You just started. Okay.
He just started on Monday. That's a bingo for somebody. That has to be a fucking bingo. They always are just starting. They've always just started a job. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, okay. So since you just since you were just got your case started, hold on one second. So there's a docket note here. Mom said you were on Facebook flashing money, so she wants to say you've got money and you're just not paying. So, okay, we got to move forward, Miss
Yeah, already.
Lawrence. Hold on, Miss Lawrence. Once the case is filed, I don't go back and address the past. I have to just move forward and get all future child support payments. If you want to address that issue that you believe he has money, you could file a contempt against him. He probably does, but I don't know. People flash money all the time and act like they have something when they really don't. So I don't know why people do that. But anyway, Mr. Faison.
I'm sorry, who flashes money on Facebook? That's so cringe. That is beyond cringe. Says the girl who just flashed her Canadian passport. Humble brag.
Don't do that. I mean, if you're sitting there showing child support, then as a judge, what am I supposed to be? Think you're just being, I've been doing this case for so long. I don't know why people do that. You know, it's the culture, I guess, this day and age. Everybody wants to flash money and show flashy things that may not even really belong to them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note that you appear to have money. And do you have the ability to, when do you have the ability to start paying? You said you get paid next week. So I expect you to start making your payments on your next pay period, which will probably be the 1st of June. And then every pay period, you pay $150. Do you understand, Mr. Faison?
You said a
Do you know how
portion of
to,
that go towards the past due balance?
yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
49 never goes towards the past due amount. Once you do that, you're good. Looks like you've never really paid voluntarily. We always have to take it out of your paycheck, but it's your responsibility to be able to pay the child support. So I'm not, let me just see how old your child is.
That's why I get that.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me just look at your application. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room to speak to Ms. Carson to get all your employment information. But again, Mr. Faison, it's going to take almost 4 to 6 weeks for it to come out. Do you know how to pay your child support directly through the app on the phone?
Oh, ma'am.
Well, you better learn.
Okay, well, there's an app and all you have to do is, I don't know if you have a credit card or how it lets you pay on a bank account. I'm not sure. It's
I
have
got
a 2-year-old.
Cash App, Apple Pay, I got everything.
Okay, well,
Oh, you got everything now? All of a sudden, you got everything, buddy? Again, I think you're fucking just missing the point here, bruh. Pay your child support. Ugh. It's such an ick. That is such an ick for me. People that, you know, I'm sorry. It's an ick. It's an ick. And you can't pay with Cash App, dude. you gotta pay through the child support office. I wonder if he's gonna pay.
Put you in a break in a room with Ms. Carson. Ms. Carson's going to give you the guidance. If not, you're gonna she'll tell you how you need to pay, but I need to start seeing those payments until it comes out of your paycheck. Okay, once it comes out of your paycheck, there's not going to be a criminal warrant issued for your arrest, and all you need to do is get back on track and stay on track. I know Mom wants to share some.
Mom wants to share some money. You found Fozzie's wallet. $10 and a coupon for Whataburger. Hashtag not a sponsor yet. Hashtag I want to go to Whataburger. It's on the list of places that Paisley wants to travel. I guess so, C Money. I guess so. Keeps the circle going. But it is a total turnoff, right? Like, if a guy I was seeing wasn't taking care of his kids, that would be a turn off. Big red flag. Red flags. I know I was in Texas and I didn't go. I went to Jack in the Box. I went to this Mexican place that was really good. But it was, first of all, 115 degrees outside the weekend that I was in Houston, which is even insane for me. People were just like, you can't go outside. I've told the story before. I talked to the homeless guy who was sweeping the sidewalk, and I was like, just amazed. And then I started talking to him, and then I went into the hotel and got him like a Gatorade and a water and brought it out to him. And he was a really nice guy. But yet no homeless person in Texas would take any of my Canadian money. They politely declined, but they declined, which I found fucking hilarious, just beyond hilarious. Because here, homeless people take American dollars very gladly. Chewies? No, I'll have to look it up. It was attached to the convention center, almost. Like, there's the convention center and then the hotel. I think it was the Hilton, and then it was in that convention center, or in that hotel on the corner. And it was really good. It was a sit-down Mexican restaurant, like a sit-down, and they made their own tortilla chips. Fozzie's cat. Oh God, you guys are killing me. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Fozzie's cat. That translates to thank you. I'll have some more. My hat, or my hair, my real hair actually doesn't get very frizzy. That's one thing I'll say. When you have poker straight hair that stays straight all the time, even in humidity, it's still straight. It doesn't even frizz up. I would like it to frizz up. If you want an example of how sad it makes me when my hair doesn't do what I want, check out yesterday's episode from the beginning when I came in with my hair that was done, and then I ended up switching over to Felicia here. Fozzie's cat left this behind. You guys. And I love MB's cat picture. Bro. Thank you. Oh, I know. Oh, you were there during the freeze? Were you there during the freeze? But they don't insulate anything. The D-Man, they don't insulate anything. They have thanks, tons of fun carving. They don't insulate anything down there. So when they had the freeze, it really froze stuff. Like, stuff was freezing. That's funny. I like that. Drunk Beaver again? 5 more memberships. You guys make sure that you've got gifting turned on. Love it. This is also how I am channeling my wish to be a cheerleader when I was younger. We didn't have cheerleaders, obviously. 8 years ago. I got you. Okay, well, it might have been cold then too, but it was very cold like last February in Texas, to the point where their like electrical system froze. Again, not something that we deal with in Canada in the same way, but we also don't have freaking air conditioning very much here in Canada. So for me, it was like intense to go and have AC everywhere. They don't let potheads cheer. I mean, we just don't have cheerleaders, so they probably would have let a pothead cheer, but we don't have any. Also, I'm learning like 20 miles out of Houston, in my mind, would probably still be Houston. I don't know. Distances in Canada, we describe distances in the time it takes to go somewhere. And if you ask for more clarification, we would then describe it to you via different transportation methods. So, like, I wouldn't say I live, like, I actually don't know how many kilometers or miles I live from downtown. But I would say, oh, I live 15 minutes by car from downtown, or 40 minutes by bus, or an hour and a half to walk. But if somebody was like, well, how many miles is it? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would have to look that up. And I don't know if that's a North American thing, whereas in Europe, they sort of will describe actual distance. But it's definitely true where I live. Yeah, right? Like, because why does it matter how many miles it is? You need to know how long it's going to take you to get there. Oh, I forgot the biking. So you'd also tell how long it could take someone to bike. Hello, Mama Llama. Happy birthday. I have been to Texas many times. I usually fly into IAH. When I got married in Texas, we flew into IAH, and then drove to Galveston. But yeah, I've flown into IAH. That's Houston International Airport. And we do weigh ourselves in pounds as Canadians, absolutely. I don't know how many kilos I am at all, except it does say it on my driver's license, but you'd have to do the conversion. Mama Llama's at the casino. Tell me, Mama Llama, what game were you playing? It is also, people were freaking out when I was walking in Texas. First of all, it was 115 degrees Fahrenheit. But secondly, they were just like, I mean, even in Florida, people were a little bit taken aback when I would ask how to walk somewhere. They were like, to the Uber? And I was like, no, not an Uber. I'm gonna walk. But I learned that that's because there is actually not a lot of infrastructure for people to walk. Like, there aren't sidewalks on all the roads. So that's you're born in Galveston. That's cool. I got married on a ship, a cruise ship in Galveston, and I didn't mind the water. I live in the ocean. Like, I live on an island surrounded by water that you don't swim in, like the ocean. It's cold. And so I'm very used to looking at water and not wanting to swim in it, nor desiring it or feeling bad about it. So I didn't even notice that the water was murky or weird. But I have heard that that's a thing. And car culture is a thing for sure. It really is. Here's the thing. No, I'm on Vancouver Island, the whole other side of the country. But my ex-husband was born in PEI, and you're in New Brunswick. That's awesome. I've never been to New Brunswick, also on my list. You're okay. So you lost 300, the hubby lost 100, you got spanked, so you're going home. I'm assuming that you're just talking about your loss in the casino and that you didn't have some extra fun. But for whatever you want, mama llama. Okay, let's hit play, please. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes I look at the time and I look at how much court we've watched. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, girl, you just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Past issues, but in this criminal court, I can only go make sure you're paying going from this day forward. I don't issue warrants. If he hasn't paid in the past, it's going forward. So
Your
I
Honor,
don't think I've had.
Yeah, if he knows how to use the chat, it would be easier if he could just send me the information on his job and I can tell him about the app.
You know how to use the chat, Mr.
Yes, ma'am. At the bottom of the
Okay.
screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'll hear from Miss Lawrence to see if she has anything else to add other than what I've already addressed, that I'm not going backwards. I've seen I understand the picture, but I have to go forward and make sure that the child support is paid going forward. All right, Miss Lawrence, if you want to show the information or share with the civil court, you can follow contempt. Is there anything that you want to share that is affecting the case going forward?
It's just the same thing, because the last time we were in court, he said that he'd pay immediately. I think the last time we were here was in March, and the only payment that was made was that $88, but it wasn't a voluntary payment, like Ms. Carson said.
No. You were, wait a minute now. When you filed this, that he was in custody in another county, so we had to reset the case when you knew that he was out. Let's see, March 28th. Oh, you're right. March 8th, we came to court. Needs to make consistent. Yeah, and then, okay, yes, no, you're right. I did say that in March that he needed to pay $123 every 2 weeks. So Mr. Faison, I'm going to mute you. Why didn't you make those payments? Because when we came to March, I gave you a break. I thought this was my first time I had to.
That's when I just had got out and I didn't have no job at all. I actually was only out for 2 days when we had that last court date. I had just made it out to that court date. So
Okay.
I was able to make any promises. I just knew that was my intention to pay, but now I actually got a solution for the future. So
yeah. And
I can't cry about like in the past. I can't fix that, but I know I can fix everything going.
Oh, he is fleeing as he speaks, right? What is going on? I know. Do I have my excuse counter ready? I fucking do. It's down here. So he was in jail and he basically lied, is what he's saying. He's saying he lied in court before and that he wasn't even intending to pay, but he said he would. Right? I'm okay. Miss Donna, thank you so much. Miss Donna, thank you. Seriously, guys, make sure to get gifting turned on, because it is this weekend. We will have members only, and she's a maker. Hi, and thank you to whomever gifted memberships. Enjoy your spanking. That makes me jealous. Jody's sending good positive vibes. I'm sending good spanking vibes. Thank you again, Miss Donna. Seriously, what do we think? Do you think the judge is going to let him go? I think she is. I literally think she's still going to let him go and not get him in any trouble. Kudos to Mom for saying it and pointing it out that the judge didn't even read it properly.
forward.
Okay, well, that's my plan of
That's
action
why
too.
I got an actual job and provide the actual information. So y'all not just going off my word.
All right, well, that's definitely moving forward, and that's what we're going to have to do. But you've got to make those payments because you've already missed, March and April in the past. She filed
Yes,
in
ma'am.
January. So I get it. You get it. You got to move forward. Okay. You got to make those payments consistently. And by the way, you can get your license reinstated if it's suspended. I'm sure it is. Because you got a new job. Once you have new employment, they'll automatically reinstate your license if you give the information for an income deduction order. And that way you don't have to take an Uber, or if you have a car, you can drive your car to work. But right now your license is probably suspended. So make sure you call child support. Make sure you call child support, give them the information, get your license reinstated. That way you can keep your job and mom can get the support directly going through her paycheck. And so I'm going to go ahead and accept that. I need to know the date that you're probably going to get your next paycheck. I'm going to reset the case a month out. I don't want you to lose your job, keep coming to court. So I just need to share with you how
I can
important
look
it
at the
is.
calendar real quick.
Okay.
So
Did you get the
I know what day.
information, Ms. Carson?
Hey, Vanessa. What I gotta go to the payroll? I gotta call Mark for that.
Hey, Vanessa. Is he at Wingstop? Is that what it was? If Mama Llama wants me to sing it, we'll do it later. After her spanking. If she can sit, or if she's sitting pretty. Ooh, she can sit pretty and I'll sing pretty. See, when you say it like, oh, I got an actual job now, bud. Like, you should have had a job before.
Yes.
I don't even know what information is in them. I think it's dealing with payroll. They trying to take it directly on my check. Need the direct deposit or payroll direct information.
Yeah, you need to go. Yeah, they'll get that information. Ms. Carson, you just have to give.
I just need to know what information I need, and I can get it to you right now.
Ms. Carson, do you already have the employment information?
No, I sent him a chat, but he hasn't responded yet.
Okay. It's just easier for me for you guys to talk. Put them in a break in a waiting room, please, real quick. And so she could explain to him and make sure that, and Ms. Carson, if you don't mind, make sure he knows how to make the payments.
That's all I'm trying to figure out.
All right, we're going to put you in a waiting room real quick with a breakout room with Ms. Carson.
Okay.
The chats. Yeah, we need all your information, not just where she needs everything to get it started right away.
Your Honor, on that next case, we do not have Mr. Fomar, we do not have him in this state, so that might be.
Mr. FOMO, Fuzzy, thank you so much. 10 more. Dang. Woo! This is gonna be a great members only this week. I am so excited. Members only Sunday, following Court Watchers Anonymous Sundays. Thank you so much, you guys. Seriously. Love it. We are trying to get 2K by the end of May, but we'll see.
Of interest to the court for that next case.
Okay, thank you. All right, and Ms. Lawrence, again, I understand your frustration, but I mean, now he has a job. I couldn't issue a warrant anyway, because once he has employment, if it's coming out of his paycheck, I can't issue a warrant for his arrest. So I know you're frustrated, but you just, you got to understand it's going to take a moment. If you don't like the way I'm handling the criminal warrant, then you could file a contempt against him, but I have to follow the rules of court for a criminal warrant for prosecution of a case, not for, not paying. So you could file a civil contempt if you think he had the money and you could prove to the court that he had the money, then you can file a contempt with the civil court and they can determine that. But he doesn't owe that much money past due. So I doubt that they're honestly going to hold him for contempt, but let's hope he has a job now. We'll take the money directly out of his paycheck and hope that everything goes better moving forward. So give us just one moment. We'll be in a brief recess while he's in speaking with child support so we could take the money directly out of his paycheck.
His baby can eat the wings from Wingstop now. Okay, let's they should give out free contraception, honestly, at these child support things. Hey, Judge Jason, don't you think? Yeah, just taser her. Just taser her. Okay, I'm gonna zoom forward in this and try not to fuck it up. Don't feed your baby wings unless you chew them up first and baby bird them.
All right, so Mr. Rentz, I see here that I had reset the case and told you to pay voluntarily until it comes directly out of your paycheck. Ms. Clouden, are you coming on for me? All right, so this is position 7. Last time we came to court, I said you needed to make your payments. And you are. So you were a little short in March, but for the most part, you're complying. You've made your February payment, March payment, April payment, but we were trying to get an income deduction order and it's still not coming out of your paycheck. Are you, and I think you said we could do an income deduction order, so I'll get the status. When are you paying your May payment? Because you have to pay it before the end of the month.
Yes, I just paid yesterday.
Oh, you paid yesterday. How much did you pay?
I paid $500.
Oh, wow. All right, Mr. Rent, you're doing what you're supposed to do. I greatly appreciate that because I think let me see when I started this case in September. And I asked you back in September of last year, I asked you to get a job. Looks like you have a job. You've been making your payments consistently. I just need to know what's going on with the income deduction order because the case will be dismissed today if I can see that we've presented an income deduction order because it's coming directly, but you're doing it, you're paying your payments. Ms. Carson, do we know if there's an income deduction order submitted?
Can see if there is one.
No, I told you I
Mr.
was
Rentz?
getting paid under the table.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh my God, did he just say he's getting paid under the table? But at least he's paying, I guess. I don't know.
So you're okay. Well, you're paying consistently. You're paying consistently. It took a long time to get you. It took you a long time to get on track, but you are. Did you check your license status to see if it's reinstated?
No,
His license is
I was
okay.
pulled over.
Oh, his license is okay. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I
Your
was pulled
license
over like
is good.
last week. So.
All right, look, Mr. Rentz, I've worked with you since September of last year, getting you to make your consistent payments. You are doing it. First, I want to thank you for that. And I know you were hard for me to work with because I kept saying you've got to get a job. So now you're working. And remember that the child support amount that you're supposed to pay is if you have a hard time or something, the base pay that you have to pay every month is $348. And then you have to always pay no less than $348 a month. And then $418 is what you're supposed to be paying. $418 is what you're supposed to be paying every month for the full payment. So you have to make sure you try to pay the $418. If you're ever in a crunch, you just need to make sure you at least pay $348. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your license is reinstated, you're working. It looks like even though they're paying you, under the table or whatever way, you are making your payments consistent since February is what I'm showing, going back 3 months. And then you just made your May payment. And that'll post this month. And Miss Clouden, have you been receiving the payments? You can unmute. Mr. Rentz, I'm going to mute you.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. All righty. Well, there's no reason for me to keep this case open, Miss Clouden. So Mr. Rentz, please don't come back to court. Please don't come back to court. Please continue to make your payments. Just because I'm closing the criminal case doesn't mean she can't refile. Can you just break the payments into 2 by any chance, Mr. Rentz? Unmute for me. Can you divide the payments and pay twice a month so they were 30 days past due? Because you're paying it on different times of the month. Is there any way you could just break it into 2?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me tell you what that's going to be. It'd just be better. It's $418 divided by 2. If you could pay $210 twice a month, it would be better because you'll never be past due. Okay?
Okay.
If it's easier for you to make one payment, That's good, but because you're kind of paying them at about the same time every month. You're paying it toward the end of the month. If that's how you want to do it, it's fine, but you just have to make sure you don't miss any payments because, and mom, wait a full month before you file. So he's paying toward the end of the month. So if you choose to file again, don't just file because it's been 30 days. I need you to wait to the end of the month and make sure no payments have been posted. All right, Mr. Rentz, thank you for stepping up. I hope things go well. I hope you guys start co-parenting if you're not, because we see what's going on in this world and those babies need their moms and their dads. But with that being said, you guys are excused from court. Mr. Rentz, the case is dismissed. I hope I don't have to see you again. All right? Thank you,
All right.
guys. You're excused from court.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that works.
All right, so Ms. Carson, I guess Mr. Faison understood.
I told him to come back because I didn't hear what date you reset. I didn't know whether you had actually reset it or what happened, so I just told him to come back into the meeting.
Yeah, I don't see, is he still in the breakout room? And did she go to the breakout room, position 1? Ms. Starks, Mr. Faison, and Ms. Lark?
He's not in the breakout room. Let me see if she is. She's not either. Both of them must have left. Do I need
Okay,
to call
just give them a call. They don't need to come back. Just give them a call and let them know their reset date is going to be July 12th.
It works exactly like that.
Okay, let's see. All right, let's go to, so position 6 was dismissed because of payments.
Yes.
Well, let's go to position 2.
Okay, I called Mr. Fulmar. Let me see, make sure he
That's okay.
he
It's
did
okay.
not.
He's paying.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll bring her in.
Okay. We're showing he may be an out-of-state case anyway.
Thank you so much, Fozzie and Jonathan. Wingstop bailed. Yeah. They were like,
All right, in this case, Ms. Whitehead, we have information, the child support attorney, Ms. Carson, shared with me that Mr. Fulmar is out of state, that he's working out of state. Are you familiar? You can unmute for me, please. You can unmute. You have to unmute, Ms. Whitehead. If you not hear me. Ms. Whitehead, can you send her a chat to?
allegedly.
Hello?
That's right.
Yes, Miss, can you hear me? Ms. Whitehead, testing, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, we have that he's actually working out of state. Do you know if he lives in Georgia or is he out of state?
I think he lives in Georgia.
Okay, well, Ms. Carson's saying that she received information, but he's making the payments. He's made the payments for March, April, May. So he's consistent with the payments. Again, I shared with you, if you want to file a contempt about the past due amount, you can do that. I'm not sure he's making the payments voluntarily, but we're showing that he's out of state. So if he's out of state, Ms. Carson, can you share why you think he may be out of state? Because then you have to go through a different process to collect the child support if you want to do a criminal warrant. But right now there's no basis because he's making the payments consistently. I don't have any basis to issue a warrant.
I
But it looks like
I think I let Miss Whitehead know that she'd have to go through UIFSA 4, and it looks like it's being collected interstate. All the payments are coming through with an I at the end, indicating it's interstate.
Oh, okay. All right. So that there's an income deduction order. It's being deducted from his paycheck. The payments are being made, Ms. Whitehead. So if there's any future problems, you'll have to contact child support and tell them you have a UIFSA case or out-of-state case is an easier way to say it. But he is consistent. He's making the payments. And so there's no basis to issue a warrant because the money's coming directly out of his paycheck. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. The case is dismissed. If you go 30 days or more without a payment, that concludes this hearing on this case. Thank you, Ms. Whitehead. Have a good Sunday.
Are you talking about me or the judge, Mikey? I hope that you're back safe from your vacation and that you had a really good time. These are child abandonment
Okay,
cases.
and give me one moment. Judge Thompson's going to be
Judge.
joining us in just a moment. She's going to be training as well. So we'll just be in a brief recess because she's about to join us, okay?
Are you joking? We get to watch judges in training? I'm fucking into it. I am into that. 1,000%. And welcome, yes, welcome back. But I think Lisa hit that one. You guys are making me laugh today. Oh, Mayor, you have mentioned that. You have, but we're here for you. Ozzy, thank you so much. Make sure that you guys, again, have gifting turned on because we have had amazing gifts this evening. And reminder that Monday or Sunday is members only. I think that's a different channel that does it on Monday. Okay, let's see. Let's get this judge training. I hope she doesn't train her like the judge last night screaming at them. Oh, you do? Well, I want fan of the year title, but we can't all get what we want, Mikey. I know. It was nuts. Could you imagine if like he literally trained, they showed that as a training thing? Like how you can't. I mean, if you were a manager and you treated an employee like that, that wouldn't be cool. She needs a brush. Jasmine, back again. She is the first.
I'm sorry, Judge Jason. Were we still supposed to be in the breakout room?
I'm resetting the case to July 12th to get an update status. On July 12th, I'm going to check the income deduction order. If you have to miss work, we can excuse you. We'll call and give you an update. I don't want you to miss work if you're missing work. You can just call ahead of time and just let Miss just email her, let Ms. Starks know that that you need to be excused, and I won't dismiss the case for you not showing. I'll keep up with it and let you know, okay?
All right, thank you. You said July 12th?
Yes, July 12th.
Okay, thank you.
You too, Mikey. We are glad you're back from Florida. It can dig its claws into you and make you want to stay. But we're glad you're back. Hopefully next week will be a normal week. Well, I guess not, since it's already a holiday Monday. I'm learning. Oh, damn, I want to try and make my hair look like that, but I can't do it with this hair.
All right, Mr. Faison. Mr. Faison. Okay, so we're going to you can unmute for me. We're going to reset your case to July 12th. I want to congratulate you. Looks like you've got some background stuff going on. You know, please be cautious about posting things on Facebook. Also, Mr. Faison, we'll see you July 12th.
Okay.
All right, just make your consistent payments. I don't want to have to issue a warrant, trying to work with dads to make sure that they do the right thing. Just please make your payments as soon as you get your paychecks, okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you too.
Yeah, this is
You're
the
welcome.
guy
We'll
who
see you
just
July
started at
12th.
Wingstop on Monday.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, I want to see this new judge.
Judge Thompson comes on.
Quit flapping your gums, Michelle.
Let's
I
talk
know
about
it's
position 3. Don't bring them in. Don't bring her in yet, though.
His license will be suspended Monday.
Yeah, I think I've been working with him.
But he starts his new job on Monday.
With this case. Okay. Well, I mean, definitely can't pay $1,168 a month, but
well, when did he get $1,168 set? If you're new here,
Okay, Judge, I haven't been able to contact.
Can you just? I hate it when they interrupt me. It is so fucking rude. Anyways, this is my excuse counter that we use to tally excuses in court. I I'm thinking I got to get it ready, because if somebody's got $1,100 payments and they don't have a job, I'm anticipating some excuses. Also, are we seriously going to be training a judge live? I don't know why I didn't know that that would have to be something that happened, but part of me just felt like, I don't know, it just, I mean, couldn't they observe via the internet? Like, do they need to be sitting there? I'm anticipating what this is going to look like.
Tagged him either.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably. Let's go ahead and just handle that case, Judge Thompson. As soon as she comes on, just let her in.
Okay. You want me to bring her in now?
I made the video, Jonathan. It's got very few views. I should make a short of it, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they would have to like say the unsaid things. That can't be the new. Is
Okay.
That
Looks like they did,
Um,
Judge, it looks like they did a red mod and the new amount was 264.
oh, okay. $264. So Ms. Brown, you can unmute for me, please. We've tried to reach him. We haven't been able to reach him. It looks like they reduced the child support to $264 a month. He made 2 payments, which would have equaled the $264 in April. He made 1 payment in May, so he still has the opportunity. Can you tell me the payments beyond that for me, please, Ms. Carson? But in like February and March, what did he pay?
Sure. The 264 isn't likely to start happening though until June,
Oh.
July.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was trying to get him to closer, but I don't know that means.
I do have a Discord. It is terribly maintained because I've been I know I shouldn't really be in charge of a Discord, but I do have one. Tell me if the link doesn't work. I will get a new one.
That means a determination was made, Ms. Brown, that he cannot afford to pay $1,168. If you find that, if you find that, that any information, you could go ahead and file a contempt, but I don't have any information, as I share with you many times, to file a contempt if you believe he could pay $1,168. But I want to go over his payments. Give me one moment, please.
Oh, you're going over them separately. Here's a new link to the Discord. I've just posted it in there. I had to make it expire. Oh, that's me. I was like, what is that? That's my voice reverbing. The new one that I just posted, Fuzzy. Try that one. It can contain not safe for work. The whole thing is not safe for work. And there's no rules, and oh, there's lots going on there. There's a fight corner if you want to fight with anybody, though. That's good.
The information on
Judge.
Mr. Harris?
So he's in fact working. When we went to court, I had all my documents. They didn't ask him for, I mean, he literally said, you know, the same thing he says when he comes to court. He's homeless and he's living out of his car. They, the first time we went for the modification, he did not show up.
Hold up, Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, let me wait for the attorney to come back on, because she may have information as well. Just bear with me. Give me one moment, okay?
Okay.
I do have an office on Discord, though, and you can message me. I mainly put not safe for work because I don't want to be responsible for like policing.
Ms. Starks, is she back in the waiting room? Not yet.
No, I don't see her. Let me call and see what's going on.
Okay, all right. Ms. Brown, we'll be right back with you.
Okay.
I was muted. Hi, Colin. How you doing?
You can go off video until everybody comes back to court.
Okay, thanks.
That goes just for her, not me. I have to stay on video until everybody comes back to court. It's the life I've picked. I don't know. Did they need to swear anybody in these? That's a good question. In fact, we're gonna scritchily scroll. There we go.
To take payments from his check, and payments were coming out. Like, I think that was maybe April or March. And so someone from the court called the job and they said he had quit. They sent an income deduction order over, I want to say March or April, to an employer. It could have been March.
So how did he get the child support reduced?
He told them that he was homeless, he was living out of his car, and that he can't work because of his record. He gets a job and he gets fired. Like, I have a recording of a conversation me and him, the two of us had. I was on the phone with him, like, when he's on court, he's getting in an Uber. He's getting in an Uber after dropping off a car. He's telling the Uber driver while I'm on the phone with him how he quit the job because he told them that if they can't figure out a way for him to work there and not report his payments, to report his information to the child support office, he was going to quit.
Why would he say that to an Uber driver?
Because he's a fucking piece of shit. Because pieces of shit don't realize they're pieces of shit. And other people will think they're pieces of shit. I believe that. I believe it. Why would she say that if she doesn't have it? I bet if we gave her a minute, she'll pull that recording up. I 1,000% believe that. 1,000%. And see, here's the thing. If he was homeless and he didn't have any money, he wouldn't be taking a fucking Uber. There's another point. You walk, bike, take the bus. Yeah, I believe her. I believe that.
I wonder. I'm not expecting you to answer that.
And he was laughing about it. And I'm on the phone talking to him, and I was like, on the recording, I'm like, so you think that it's okay that you quit your job so you wouldn't have to pay child support? And he was like, yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, because he did make one payment, the child support was reduced. Hold on, child support reduced. Child support reduced to how much did you say, Ms. Carson?
$264.
264. If no payment by the end of May, warrant shall issue. Okay, since he made one payment, I have see when it goes to state court, they're going to look at what payments were made. And even though at that time he's still supposed, right now he's supposed to be paying because it's reduced, they're just going to dismiss the case. So what I'll do, you've already signed the application. Ms. Starks, if you can make by June 5th, remind me to look at the status, and if there's no payment, I'll go ahead and issue the warrant, Ms. Brown. And at that point, you just have to, your case will be in state court. So it won't be with our court. You can't refile a magistrate court. It will go to state court. Once it's going to state court, you might want to look at DeKalb County Odyssey and learn how to track your case, because you really need to track it, because sometimes they dismiss it if the moms aren't involved in the case. And so let me see how old is your child?
He's 8 years old. Also, when I spoke with child support about the contempt of court, they told me to wait till the modification hearing was done, which I didn't understand.
Okay. Judge module. Right, sounds good. My notes are that I'm going to make sure he didn't make it the sufficient payment by the end of May. And if he has not, which I suspect he may not, then I'll go ahead and just issue the warrant and it'll be turned over to state court, okay? And we'll
Okay.
give you a call, I just have to make sure it clears if he makes an end of the month payment. And then I'll follow up with you. We'll let you know what needs to be done on your case. But as of now, if you could put on your calendar, please, Ms. Starks, to make a note to check the status of this case on June 5th to see if a payment was made. If no payment was made, then I'll sign the warrant, Ms. Brown, and we'll follow up with you and let you know if he's made a
Yes, Judge.
substantial payment. If he's made a substantial payment, Ms. Brown, or done something, then I'm just going to keep doing this until he just, as long as I can, but just it kind of keeps him on track a little bit by being in our court. You know what I mean? But I can't issue a warrant if he makes the payment. So we'll follow up with you. I'll reset it if he makes a payment. If he doesn't make a payment, I'll just go ahead and issue the warrant. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Have a good day. We'll follow up with you.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Oh, you guys, remember we talked about the pizza brands that we have in Canada? I bought one pizza last week. Frozen pizza. I can't believe you don't have this brand. I'm gonna get it. I'll show it to you.
All right, let me pull up. Sorry.
Ristorante, Dr. Oetker. Anyways, pro tip, I would have brought this out and then forgotten to put it back. So I took the pizza out of the box, left that in the freezer, brought the box. So this is Ristorante Pizza Quattro Formaggi, and one of my favorites. It's sure coloring me to be old looking, isn't it? God, you're just stealing the limelight. You're fucking stealing the limelight, you stupid pizza box. Terrible. It just really fucks my skin up.
My apologies. We can bring in
Do
position
you have
4,
one?
please.
Dr. Oetker? You're really skinny. But yes, these are, oh, you don't have, see, Dr. Oetker, I thought was a, look at all the kinds they have. They have so many kinds. Oh, I don't think they're worth the money either, Mayor. I only buy them on sale. This was
All right. So,
$3.50.
good morning to both of you.
Judge, hold on. I'm having a pizza talk. Per pizza, 950 calories. 950 calories. This is, yeah, so, but the normal price of this pizza at Walmart would be like $6.97. But again, I bought it on sale because I'm a sale bitch. There is a Canadian bacon one. Which one is that? I think it's the pizza special. The pizza special one comes with Canadian bacon, but I really just like this. The pizza, sorry, not pasta. Not that funny. Pasta. Pizza Quattro Formaggi. And it says here on the back, experience passion on your palate. I wonder if they meant to say palate or plate. Because either would work, but on your palate sounds a little weird. On your plate sounds better. Experience. Oh, well, I guess, there's an a natural double check when you have to advertise in Canada because you have both it in French and English. So somebody had to get the word wrong in both languages. But it says experience passion on your palate with Ristorante. Thin and crispy Italian style pizza. Ristorante. Real Italian restaurant taste. Thank you, Fozzie. You can't look at anything below that beautiful hair. I was trying to show pizza. I swear. Oh, thank you so much, by the way. Anyways, I shouldn't overanalyze. You're right. I know what a palette is. I know they both work. I just it just seems weird. But in French it's vous papillez, gustative, c'est délectante des restaurants. Pizza à l'italien, a cruet, mince, et croustillante, ristorante. Yeah, I can't speak French in case you didn't know.
Last time we came to court, Mr. Lewis shared that he had employment. We do have an income deduction order showing that they are taking out probably $73.50 per pay period. That's automatically a dismissal of this case, Mr. Lewis. Just be mindful that there is still a past due amount. I think your license is still in good standing, but if you could try to ever pay extra, let me see. Ms. Carson, is he okay? You're muted though, still. Unmute for me, please. Ms. Carson?
Yes.
I guess his
Miss Carson, can you answer us? This lady's the Golden Gate Bridge, first of all. My daughter speaks French. I did put her in French immersion, but I don't speak French. Bye, Beverly, by the way. Also, bye, Tons of Fun Carving. Ooh la la. Don't you know, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? That means, do you want to sleep with me tonight? I know that from Moulin Rouge. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Au revoir, mère. Au revoir.
like we have an income deduction order, and it looks as though I hope his license is in good standing to keep that job. I was just sharing, Mr. Lewis, you have a past due amount. If you could ever pay something toward the past due amount, that would be helpful to try to reduce that so your license doesn't get suspended. If you lose your job or something happens, just know that you're still obligated to pay the child support, or mom could file another criminal abandonment warrant. But right now you're on track. Please don't lose your job, work hard, be on time, do everything you need to do. And so you're good to go for, I can't issue a criminal warrant because the money is being taken out of your paycheck.
Judge, it looks like his license was suspended back in 2022, so he needs to get a hold of them and get that taken care of.
So, yes, Mr. Lewis, you just call the child support office, tell them that you have employment and the money's coming directly out of your paycheck, and they'll reinstate your license, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, do that.
Hold on. Do they check that? Because this sounds like a pretty freaky workaround. What is going on with her neck, you guys? I know Lady Marmalade was out before Moulin Rouge came out, but I was obsessed with Moulin Rouge, spelled M-O-U-L-I-N. Yeah. Hi, Tom. How was the races, as they say? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Oh yeah, we have to eat deep fried foods. Fozzie, I don't know what that is. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It is not illegal, and give you you can post it anywhere. in the Discord. If you want me to see it specifically, my office is a good place to put it. If like all of the Discord channels are sort of like weird in my, do you see how it could be a little misconstrued there? But yeah, anywhere. Honestly, we're not very strict. We're not strict on the Discord, but I will say the other kind of jacking is not acceptable with children. Again, just so you know. Oh, God.
Today, it looks like you may have taken off work. I hate when I have to make dads miss work when they have a job, but we need to make sure. So hold on one second. So Miss Williams, you're receiving your paycheck. You're receiving weekly payments.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
everything's good. I hope you guys continue. I hope you're co-parenting. Hope you could put any hard feelings behind, raise your children or child and try to find peace because, you know, looking at TV every day, parents have to work together for the good of their children. Okay. You guys, that's
Yes,
it. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I appreciate you making your payment. And
Thank you,
you
Judge.
guys both, you're welcome. Take care. Enjoy your summer.
You too. You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hot
Bye.
girl summer. Also, guys' night is about to commence here at the house, which I'm not invited to. We're having our own guys' night here.
So that one's dismissed.
Dismiss.
IDO income deduction orders in place. If you could make that note for me, Ms. Starks, that'd be appreciated.
You guys, she
Let's
is
see
a
what's
swinger.
going on. Don't know why.
Fucking Courtney, you are so fast on that. Why? I just noticed the pineapple. I am dying laughing. Remember that one time I changed the color of the stream somehow to make myself green, but then it broke it. But I also was able at that point to like flip the camera. I really would like to flip that and make it a upside down pineapple, but she would be upside down too. Truck race getting ready to start. Creed there. Checking the traffic and weather together. Yeah, you have the right to remain silent. Courtney, because I read the swingers comment earlier and I was just like, yeah, I mean, everybody has got that possibility.
The next case.
Okay, now Mr. McKibben is the one that I sent the note to you for in the chat. He was on.
If Tons of Fun Carving is still here, I would love a pineapple carving. Or penis.
He went off, couldn't get back in. So he did say that he made a $150 payment on 5/23 and intends to make another one on 5/31.
Okay, I'm going to let you make that announcement in just a moment again. We'll go ahead and bring Ms. Bivens in because he is making payments. So. All right, so good morning, Ms. Bivens. Mr. McKibben did contact the court. He did make additional payments. Ms. Starks, can you give me those payments, please, or the payment that he's recently made and the next payment that he stated he would make?
Mr. McKibben stated that he made a $150 payment on yesterday, May 23rd, and that he will make another payment of $150 on May 31st.
Okay, so we were not able to get him connected. He did contact the court, and for some reason he couldn't get in. I'm not sure what's going on. He made 3 payments in April that total about $500 in April. That means he's going to be paying about, not enough, but he's paying $300. The law requires substantial compliance. So it looks like he's going to pay about $300 in May. I'm not sure. He should be able to have my clerk tell him that he needs to make the full payment for June and then the full payment for July. If he does that one, we'll come back to court in August. If he makes his full payments, the case will be dismissed, but he is making payments, so I cannot issue a warrant at this time. Do you have any questions, Ms. Bibbins? You can unmute for me, please.
No, ma'am. The only thing I think he's self-employed though, but I don't
Yeah.
really know for certain.
Yep.
But I do know one day we had a conversation and he did tell me that he was at work. So I'm not sure like what the work is, but I do believe he's self-employed.
Okay, but you've been receiving the April payments, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then he's made a payment. You should get that this week, and then he's gonna make another payment toward the end of the month. That one may come in. Ms. Starks, when you talk to him on the reset, if you could ask him if he could try to make a payment closer than the end of the month, because I need to make sure that payment is posted before the end of May if possible. And then he'll need to pay, my clerk will let him know, Ms. Bibbins, he needs to pay $378 in June, $378 in July, and we'll reevaluate the case and see what's going on. And if he's being consistent, then we'll dismiss the case. If not, if I need to keep monitoring him to make sure he pays, I'll do that as well. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So we'll see you on August 23rd. Right now, I want to see his June and July payments are made. And then if he's consistent, we'll review the case in August to see what's going on and get an update on the case. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Bibbins. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. I thought there was some learning going on here. Scrolly, scroll. I thought there was learning. Where's the other judge? Oh, my dumbass.
Okay, both of you can turn on your videos for me.
Hold on, Judge. I don't know if that pizza's gonna fit in the little oven. Oh, I don't want to have to cut it in half before it's cooked. Oh, my oven's broken, guys. The regular oven. Oh, wish me pizza luck later.
Please, Ms. Watkins and Mr. Slaughter. Your case is before the court. All right, so, Ms. Carson, can you repeat what you just shared?
That Mr. Slaughter went into the office 3 days ago to sign to get his driver's license suspension released, and he agreed to enter the fatherhood program.
Okay,
There's
so
been no
Mr.
payments
Slaughter,
since.
Mr. Slaughter, you were working when we were in court last time, and then we were waiting for an income deduction order. You haven't made any payments since November of last year. It's not looking good for you. Why? What are you doing?
I have made a payment since November last year, but after that, work has slowed down for me tremendously. So I just been paying what I can, and that is right now what I can pay at the moment.
So how are you financially supporting yourself?
I mean, I do have work. It's just not as consistent as it was before.
Okay.
So I'm able to
You
assist
got to tell me
myself.
you've got to tell me what's going on. You're a young man, you were working, you're not working. Ms. Watkins shared a picture of you cheesing on a picture that you were in, Puerto Rico. So that means you got some money somewhere that you can go take a trip. So you got to give me something, because right now I don't understand. You're not paying child support. I don't know if you have, because right now I have to issue a warrant because there's no payments. There's nothing coming in since November. I don't know what payment you made, but you can't just blow this off. Your payments have never been, you paid $75 in January of last year. August, you paid $50 of last year. I mean, you're not paying anything. You have 10,000 past due and you're just not paying. And I'm a judge that gives grace. I give people grace to get on track, but if there's no effort, then I'm done. And I just issue the warrant. You can handle it with the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
So
okay, go ahead. No, I was saying this trip that I'm on now, I'm not funded, so it's not coming out of my pocket. It's not
Oh, I don't know that the court's going to believe you, honey, even though I too have taken trips on other people's dime, and I'm thankful and appreciative of that. But yeah, excuse counter, no work. But basically he's just prioritizing himself. If you're traveling, your kid should have money. Like you should have given, you know what I mean? What he could say right now, which would shut me up and the rest of us up, I bet, would be like, Your Honor, I'm out here selling my booty. Okay? That's why I'm in Puerto Rico. But that's admitting to another crime, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea to do that. But you know what I'm saying? That's basically it. That or this, allegedly, would be the only two things. But at this point, yeah, he's winning. Look at her face. I know she ain't happy about it. He's in Puerto Rico too. What good's the warrant gonna do? Although if he flies back, do they check that? Like airline tickets?
Me paying for the trip. So yes, I still am in the same position I was in before I came to Puerto Rico.
Why are you in Puerto Rico when you need to be getting a job? I'm sure, yeah, your girlfriend or wife or whoever probably paid for the trip, and which is probably likely. You know, when I saw that, that's my first comment. Like, yeah, she's probably paying for the trip, but maybe not. But the issue is you're not paying child support. You haven't paid for years. So I don't understand if you're not figuring out how to make your child support payment and something every month. I don't have a choice but to issue a warrant for your arrest. I've given you a chance already. We hearing said you were going to pay. I encourage you to pay, and you've done absolutely nothing.
I've made a payment since then, since we went to court. I'm not sure if it's not showing up on your end, but I've made payments since November of 2023. I made
What
payments this
payments?
year. I made a
What have
payment
you paid?
yesterday.
Okay,
I
you
made a
knew. I
payment of
mean,
$50. Yes, ma'am. Originally, when I received my first child support payment, I told the judge and informed him that I was not able to fully make that amount of payments every month, and I was asking for a
that's
reduction
not.
in my other case that is going on right now.
How many child support cases do you have pending?
I only have this child support case. I have another case going on with legitimacy and trying to get visitation with my daughter set up, and I have child support set up. But the original number that they gave me, the 563, I informed the judge that I wasn't able to pay that every month. But
Yeah, I don't issue criminal warrants if you don't pay the full amount. If you do the best you can, but you're not paying anything, like
I'm doing the
nothing.
best I
Like you're
can. It
saying
just
$50
could I
since
send my
November.
receipts?
The best I can is nothing, Judge. I mean, 0 times 0 is 0. I know that Puerto Rico is in the United States. What I was saying is, like, within the United States, do they check, like, do they have a database for, like, people with, it would seem simple to me. You run the names through the list. If there's open warrants, you go to the police, you'll go to the airport. Like, to me, that would be very, like, normal, and I wouldn't think there'd be anything illegal about that. You probably signed away to it when you bought the ticket, but probably, I don't think there is. I mean, you know what I mean.
It's not since November of last year. It's not.
Okay, well,
My
it's
last
your
payment was in
time.
August of 2024, and then I made a payment yesterday. I got the
Wait,
receipts
well,
on my phone, on my end. Can I send it to you or
the
no?
problem is you're supposed to listen. Even if you worked minimum wage, you can pay $250 a month, and I'm just showing that you
I
haven't.
have another child and I have bills and other responsibilities that I can't just make those payments I can't. I'm not making enough. That's what I'm saying, Judge. I'm not making enough.
But I unfortunately for me, when you decided to have a child with Miss Watkins, and how many children do you have, and what are their ages?
I have two. My son is 5 and my daughter will be 3 this year in December.
Okay, so you have one child already
Yes,
with
ma'am.
her that you're saying you can't afford to pay for, and then you chose to have another child, and you probably can't afford to pay for that one because you're not in the right career field, or you can't find a job Where do you work? What kind of job do you usually try to get?
I'm an electrician, but right now the economy has been very
What?
slow.
No fucking way. Not a fucking chance. Not a fucking chance. Nope, 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 nope. Unless you are the shittiest electrician in the world, you can always get work. I'm sorry. No, I don't know. Look at the judge's face. Look at the judge's face. Me too. Because people here are begging for tradespeople like that. He is absolutely making bank and he's doing it for cash. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Issue the fucking warrant, Judge. Issue the warrant. There's no way. No fucking way. Not only that, but you can go and become a fucking, like, you can go and, sorry, I'm just shaking around my pen and I'm mad because I think I shook everything up there. I did. But even if you, yeah, then pay your bills, man. That's shocking. Oh, Bill, that's a great question. Because you do, I mean, he would need to be licensed in with the union. I wonder how the union works on getting messages like that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Come on, you can get a job with somebody as an electrician.
When we went to court the first time, I enrolled in the fatherhood. Well, I didn't receive any information prior to our court, and then I had to wait until I received the letter. So I missed the first orientation, but I re-enrolled into the fatherhood program to receive assistance and try to get something else done because I'm not able to fully make payments. That's why that is what's going on. I'm trying.
Fine. Even if he's not, a union, or we would call that ticketed. I mean, actually here, I don't know that you would hire like an electrician. But I wouldn't call myself an electrician if, like, I thought that's like a title, like a nurse. Like, you can't be an electrician. You gotta be, have a. Anyways, where I live, if you are a tradesperson like that, you can make a lot of money. You can do very good like that. It is a great career to be getting into for men and women. And yeah, and it's the same thing. There's too much work, not enough fucking people doing it. If you want to work all the time, you could.
Trying to get a job. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do what I can on my end. I made payments since November 2023. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on you all's end, but I had my.
You guys, here's the craziest thing. Tonight, you guys have made more payments, lovely donations, to me than I think he did to his baby mama for his baby. How sad is that for him? I mean, it's super happy for me. And like, look at Donna adding, just showing this guy up. Love it. Thank you, Miss Donna. Paying the support. He's a liar, liar. Pants on fire. I'm better looking. Aw. I feel bad for Ramari. She's dealing with difficult things. Thank you again, Miss Donna. I think you're right, she's a maker. I think you are absolutely 100% correct on this. And I think that the judge should issue a warrant. Issue the warrant. And then if I were her, I would call up whoever executes those warrants when he's on his way back. It would get me riled up. If he's posting about being in Puerto Rico or on vacation. Like, I joke about my ex-husband going on vacation, but my ex-husband always paid his child support. So he could go on vacation, like, but if you can't, that's not cool if you don't pay your fucking child support.
And I can email to you if you need that. But I have made payments on my end of what I can pay, not the full amount.
Where did you pay these payments?
On the
Ms. Carson
app,
got on
the
video.
the Georgia DCSS app.
There are no payments.
I'm not.
Yeah, my sister's boyfriend is in HVAC as well, and he is so busy. He has many employees now, and he literally turns down work all the time because he's so busy and he's making lots of money. Like it's absolutely deplorable to me that he would call himself a fucking, like, it's just yucky, dude. Pay your fucking bills.
Sure how you all are not seeing it if I'm looking at it.
Well, do you have the ability to send it to us now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Watkins, have you received any payments since November of last year?
No, ma'am.
All right.
Those payments they made.
So here's the issue, Ms. Watkins. There's an agreement with the Solicitor General's office and our courts that if a person joins the fatherhood program, we agree not to issue a warrant if they're complied with the fatherhood program because it's a really good program and it helps the dads get a job.
No, I'm sorry. This gentleman does not need the fatherhood program. No. No. This is willful disobedience or non-compliance. Judge, I would deny his request to enter the fatherhood program. That's what I would do. You can probably do that. It's insulting to the people who need that program. Do you know what they're gonna fucking say when Buddy shows up there as a ticketed electrician? Hey, dumbass, why don't you go get a job? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous to me that they would even entertain allowing him to go into this program, which is for underemployed or unemployable people. Literally people that cannot get jobs. This is making me mad. And if he is in fact in need and he can't get enough work as an electrician like this, he needs to just go work for a company. It's like plumbers. Like, you can own your own plumbing business and make a lot of money and get your own clients, or you can go work for like a super plumber, whatever, and you make less money, but you don't have to do any of the administrative stuff on the back end, and you don't have to do the advertising and stuff like that. Like, if you have that skill, I think that you could go to lots of electric companies. You know what I mean? Welcome back, Mayor. This dude's a ticketed electrician and he can't pay his child support, but he's on vacation in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Wow, I rolled those R's.
And it does take sometimes a month or so for it to work, but they've got amazing connections and resources. And, I'm ready to sign the warrant right now. I know you don't want to give him another opportunity, but my goal is to get him a job and let the money come directly out of the paycheck because it's just the fatherhood program. So it's not my choice. I'm ready to issue a warrant. I don't believe you, Mr. Slaughter. I'm going to tell you, I don't know what you need to do. You can go Uber, you can go work overnight, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Burger King.
I can't Uber if my license is suspended, Judge. I can't do that. I can't. I've been applying to jobs, but it's not happening right away. So I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just informing you of what I have been doing. You say you don't believe me,
Mr. Slaughter, listen.
Yes, ma'am.
I agree, but it's been years. This is not anything new for you. This is years.
And I've been making payments within the years. That's what I'm saying.
$50?
What I can, it's been more than that. That has not been the minimum. I haven't paid more than that.
That's not how it works, but we'll see what your payments are. I'm going to give you an opportunity to present your payments. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room, and I'll let you collect all your payments and email them to my clerk at the same email where you receive your court notices. I'll see what you have, but right now I'm this close to just going ahead and issue the warrant. But then if you're in the fatherhood program, I'm going to give you one more chance to get back on track. But because this isn't, I am the fairest judge in this court. I've been doing this for 20 years, Mr. Slaughter. I give
I
dad
believe
chances.
you.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in issuing warrants unless I absolutely have to. This is just a case where it's pathetic that since
Okay.
last year, what we're showing is they're always needing.
What bumped there? Did you see that? Donald. Thank you for making a payment. Thank you so much. That jumped there. This happens sometimes when did you see that? Hold on, 142. Let's listen to it through. She is the fairest of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest judge of all? Is it Judge Jason? After all, thank you, Mayor. Gifted memberships for Sunday. Do. Thank you so much. Hands up, everybody. Everybody put your hands up like Mrs. Watkins. Seriously, be a real man. Be a real man. And again, that's a really good point. Well, you took away my license, so I can't drive. Sir, if she's already said it, I know it. If you get a new job, they'll reinstate your license. I don't even think they need to talk to the court. They'll take your word for it. I talked about that earlier. So you could go, and to me, there's so that system is rife for problems, because you could go ahead and go get a job at Walmart, get a job at McDonald's, get a job at Burger King, get a job at any place. What was it that that Judge Manning used to say all the time? Chipotle's given a $5,000 hiring bonus, allegedly. Something like that. So to me, it's sort of absurd when all you have to do to get your license reinstated is just get a job. You don't even have to make payments, and they'll reinstate your license. So is he gonna? Yeah, that's a really good point. Some people, I know somebody like this, they cannot even comprehend that they are part of the problem, and so they just fucking seethe and just like loathe everything around them. They're just seeping in that terrible attitude, and it permeates to every part of their life. Allegedly.
I don't believe in issuing warrants unless I absolutely have to. This is just a case where it's pathetic that since last year, what we're showing is they're always needing.
See that? What is that cut? What is that cut? 137.42. I'm sorry. That is so, I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm giving you a headache. I am being a bit annoying today. I'm just going to look at what the length of this was, because that bothers me. That it is cut like that, because I downloaded that video. I didn't. Where is it? It might be gone. Yeah, I think it's gone. Weird. Okay, well, I guess we won't know how much payments he made, but it was like $50.
But you have your license now, so there's no excuse not to go to work, not to go. So I'm going to give you that information. And when you're ready, let me know so I can give you that number, and I need you to call them today. So when you come back, you can go and interview with them and get a job until you get something in your career field.
Okay,
and
I'm
are you
ready.
ready? Okay,
Yes.
it's called Express Employment Professionals, and the phone number is 4087.
Okay.
Now, because I don't know what, I know mom's gonna want to talk and share things, but I have to move forward. So you're supposed to be paying $563.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to accept a payment of $60 a week temporarily. So when you come back starting the first week of June, you need to pay $60 a week. I'm not reducing your child support. I don't have the legal authority to do that. I just want to get you on track, paying something consistently until we can figure out how to get you to pay your full child support. If it's been over 3 years and you can't pay, well, as an electrician, I know you have a lot of responsibility, but you can pay that. I mean, you can make the money once you get the right job.
I'm an
So that's
apprentice electrician. I'm not a licensed. I'm not a journeyman.
Oh.
Like, yes,
Oh,
ma'am. I'm still
Well, yeah, but
learning, and I
but
don't
with an
make a
apprentice,
full. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, apprentices make 20. My son just did that too, 20 something dollars an hour.
I don't. I make $16.50.
Okay, well, you may need to go back to your employer because I just looked that stuff up a while back for somebody else, and it's actually the minimum wage. So you're working for a company or an individual?
Independent contractor. Yes, ma'am. He has his own business.
Do you work 40 hours a week?
Not recently. Work has been slow. No, ma'am.
Well, the apprentice program requires that the employer employ you 40 hours a week. I don't know if you know that. It's not going to work as an apprentice unless it's not on the book as an apprentice. There's a 4-year program with the federal government through the different unions, and then you have to do 40 hours a week.
oh, you're so dumb. You're so fucking dumb. The judge knows all of this stuff. Well, I mean, the only thing that makes better is the fact that he needs the fatherhood program. He should go into it because obviously he ain't no fucking apprentice. Judge is telling him the requirements for the program that he should be quoting back to her. I love it. I love it. I fucking do love this. Dude, you are fucked.
Or you're not going to get the apprenticeship. Oh, you're just learning on the side. Well, you're going to have to get to something else. You have to get another job working with Uber. It's hard to get on with Amazon. Everybody thinks it's easy, but it's not. And I get that. But there's a way. But you call this employment agency today and you make an appointment with them, and I need you to pay $60 a week starting in June. And
you know what she should do is make him do an in-person appointment with the employment agency next week. Really fuck his vacation up. That's what I would do, because I'm a bitch. I'd be like, okay, and so you'll need to report on Monday in person to make sure that you've got all your paperwork ready for the fatherhood program. Oh, well, I'm out of the country, or I'm out of the state. Oh, that's a problem. That sounds like a you problem, sir.
And I'll give you grace and not issue a warrant, but you're going to have to step up and really do something to make it happen, because I can't just say, oh, I'm just going to live my lifestyle the way I want. Mom needs the money to help support your child. So
that's not the case. Okay.
Okay. So you just have to get some other type of employment now that your license is reinstated. Wherever you can get in your area, try to find something. But I know this employment agency will hire you. But what happens is I give them that information. The employment agency says they always have openings for dads to work. And then dads don't call. Well, I'm going to call and find out if you follow through. I'm going to have my clerk check up on a week. And if they say you didn't call, then that means when we come back to court, if you're not paying the $6 a week, I'm going to go ahead and issue the warrant, because that tells me you're not really looking for a job. So we'll see.
If I didn't call, or if I don't pay 60, both, or which one?
Both. You need to call
Okay.
them, make an appointment, follow up with them. I understand the journeyman thing, but you can't. You have 2 kids, Dad. You got to step
Yes.
up. Okay.
That's why I said I wasn't able to pay $563 a month, because I had 2 children. That's okay. Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean,
Yes, ma'am.
that's a lot.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
no. I get it. That's why
Mhm.
I'm not. I just need to get you out of my criminal court. I need you to make consistent payments. Okay. I can't accept
Yes, ma'am.
$50 a month or $100 a month. And I
Okay.
understand, but so I want you to think, I can't say this directly as a judge. I wish I could, but you already have 2. So be careful and think about what you're doing, because it seems like people get in relationships, and I don't really understand. It's not judging, but You don't need to have
That's
a
not the
child with
case.
every person you're in a relationship with, because then you're going to have all these children and you're going to have more child support. And it's just
That's not the
think about it.
case.
That's all I'm saying. Let's focus on these two first. Okay.
Well, that was the fucking politest way that she fucking just said, don't have kids. You can't have any more kids. They should offer vasectomies. That's what they owe. They should offer a one-time payment like Judge Boyd does for people's community service if they get a COVID vaccine. In child support court, they should offer for a fully realized vasectomy with like follow-up testing. They should offer like a discount off of arrearage.
All right. So I'll need you to start paying $60 a week starting in June, every week. All right.
Okay.
So you do what you have to do to hustle that money up, and it needs to be. I'm looking at trying to get you started somewhere, because the father program will require you to pay some child support. But give me a moment. I know mom's got a lot to share, but let me let her speak, because she has the right to be heard.
Monica,
Yes, go ahead.
Can we
Yes,
see
ma'am.
those receipts of those payments? Because I have no idea where they are if he sent them to child
I'm not
support.
able to pull them
Yeah.
up. I'm not
Oh!
able to pull them up.
Oh, she gonna laugh. Look at her face. They should do it. They should do it.
It's Carson.
Oh, that works.
I'm sorry about that.
So how are you going to get them to us?
I can't do it at the moment, but once I get off, if I'm able to send it, I will.
All right, we'll be waiting to see it.
Thank you.
Okay.
If I
anyway,
could
I'm trying.
I'm sorry. If I could confirm his email address, I can reach out to him
It
and
is
send them to me.
Well, wait. We're
No, it's okay.
we're streaming live on YouTube. I don't want you to share your email.
It looks like it looks like it's his name. It's his name.
And my clerk will send it to you. Okay, so hold on, Mr. Slaughter. Okay, give me one moment. All right, don't unmute yourself. Miss Watkins, I understand you probably have a lot to share, but I'm moving forward to try to get this case where it needs to be. But you could go ahead and share any additional information that may be helpful with moving forward with the case before I issue the warrant. I'm going to give him an opportunity. I know you don't want that, but I am going to give him one option, unless you just have something to prove that he has thousands of dollars sitting in his wallet and he just doesn't want to pay you. Okay, so I suspect that his girlfriend may.
Look at that little smile. Look at the little smile on his face when she says that. He's got money in his wallet. Watch his little smile when she says it.
No, it's okay.
We're streaming live on YouTube.
And with if
to be, but you could go ahead and share any additional information that may be helpful with moving forward. And my clerk will send it to you. Okay, so hold on, Mr. Slaughter. Okay, give me one moment. All right, don't unmute yourself. Miss Watkins, I understand you probably have a lot to share, but I'm moving forward to try to get this case where it needs to be. But you could go ahead and share any additional information that may be helpful with moving forward with the case before I issue the warrant. I'm going to give him an opportunity. I know you don't want that, but I am going to give him one option, unless you just have something to prove that he has thousands of dollars sitting in his wallet and he just doesn't want to pay you. Okay, so I suspect that his girlfriend may be helping with the trip, so I can't prove it's not her, because we know that happens. So, but anyway, go ahead, Ms. Watkins. What would you like to share?
I just feel like it's unacceptable. I've been supporting her on my own for the past 2 years, going on 3. And if I didn't have help from my family, I honestly don't know how I would be doing it. I could see if he could reach out to me. Hey, what does she need? Hey, does she need anything? But you're not putting forth the effort at all. But when you're calling her, you're out at.
Oh, hold on, Miss. Nope. This is not your chance to preach to him in court. I'm asking you as a judge I already know all that. Hold on. Nope. You're muted. Stop. I understand it's not fair. That's why you filed a criminal warrant for his arrest. I understand that, but you can't plead with him in court. I can't let you speak to him directly. You have to speak to me as a judge. I understand what you're saying. He's not there for her. He's not supporting her. He's not involved in her life. All those things are frustrating. This is almost every case on my calendar. So please understand, I know that. But I can't allow you to just go in and speak to him. I understand you're just saying it's unfair, but that's why you're here. That's why we're trying to move forward. If it doesn't happen, I'll issue the warrant, but issuing a
Well, then issue the fucking warrant, Judge. Also, he's got a good camera.
warrant isn't going to do anything, nothing. It's not going to get you any money right away. It's a long process. And I'm trying to get him on track. Trust me, when I get him on track, he's on track. 3 months from now, where he's consistently paying, you're going to go, I wasn't in the mood to hear what Judge Jason is trying to do, but that's my job and I've been doing it. And you just have to trust that I know how to work the program. Now, I understand how you feel. Mr. Slaughter, if you're not even visiting your daughter and you're not stepping up and offering to do what you can, hold on. This is not this time. And I said I wasn't going to do this. Then, that's one reason why she's less patient with you. So that's between the two of you to communicate and figure out how to co-parent your child. This is not family court. This is criminal court. And so, Ms. Watkins, I wasn't trying to cut you off, but I can't let you have a conversation with Mr. Slaughter, okay? I understand how you feel. He knows. I mean, come on, everybody knows how it is. He knows you're struggling and trying to make ends meet on your own. And he's not even asking, according to you. You guys have a conversation. You have each other's phone numbers, yes or no? You have each other. Okay, well, y'all take that up there. That I'm not going to do it here. And Mr. Slaughter, shame on you if you're not. If you're saying you are, then you are. But I can't let you guys debate a family law issue while we're dealing with child support. Nope. Hold on a second. All right, Ms. Watkins. Financially, when you were with him, when you guys were together, was he consistently working and providing for your daughter?
Barely, but
Okay.
yeah.
That's what I'm
So again, like I said, I understand that you're giving him a chance and whatnot, but I just feel like, again, it's unacceptable, and I just want to get help with my child, and that's that.
Okay, so Ms. Watkins, that's what I'm saying. You were with him and he's the same person he is today as he was with you. So you have to wait. Moms can't come to court and say, I put up with this guy and his lack of work and I've supported, you probably paid for trips, you probably supported him and you did everything. And so now he's doing the same thing. And I'm going to need time because you chose to do it and to be with him and have a child. You got to let me have an opportunity to give him an opportunity to step up to the plate. So that's what's going on here. Okay. I understand your frustration. Mr. Slaughter, it's time to step up. Okay. I'm not going to let you, this is a criminal court. I'm not going to allow you to come in with, because she said you barely supported your child when you were with her and you're doing the same thing. Mrs. Slaughter, it's just time to step up and we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. I'm not going to issue a warrant, but you have to put forth every effort to make this happen. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I just have a question. I'm not acknowledging that. But once I make my consistent payments and we get everything in order, she's not allowing me to see my child. Like, I'm trying to schedule visits. I'm trying to get my own visitation with her. We have a whole court order where if something is supposed to be in line, she's not following that as well. So I'm doing my part. I'm just trying to see, will it make a difference if I'm consistently doing what I need to do, even though I am now, even though you're not seeing it.
Okay, so here's what happens. Yeah, because I can only see what it's financial abandonment. It's not emotional abandonment. But what happens, I'm going to meet you. What happens is it's a control issue. Something happened between the two of you. I can bet you guys got into a big disagreement, whether you cheated, whether she cheated, whether you left her. There's still hurt feelings of whatever caused your relationship not to work. When you were with her, you were doing the same thing. Bear just doing a little side hustle. She knew it, but she chose to care about you. You guys had a fallout of some sort. You're not in a good relationship. Now you want to see your daughter, but you're not paying support. So mom's like, if you're not paying me support, you're not seeing my daughter, even though it's not your daughter, it's our daughter. And this happens over and over with parents in this court. Mom is upset. I don't know why mom wouldn't say, take the child and give me a break for the weekend. I'll never understand that. I'm a mom of two, but that's just what it is. Because mom's like, it's my child and I'm not giving you any money or letting you see my child if you don't give me any money. And then dads are like, well, I do want to see the child, but I don't have the money to give you, or I'm not giving you any money. And it's so sad. It is so sad because they're really not connected. If he can be with your daughter and pay something, maybe be open-minded and take what you can, but I can't fix what's been happening for the past 5 years with Mr. Slaughter being in and out of employment. if Mr. Slaughter, I can't give you legal advice, but I can say if you have a court order for visitation, you could file a contempt. It doesn't do any good. You just try, what's gonna happen 3 months from now? You're gonna be paying child support. She's gonna be less upset at you. Then she's gonna start letting you see your child. And then you guys will probably next year this time be like, wow, we shouldn't have put each other through all that. Trust me, it happens all the time. But anyway, okay, I just hope that peace could be with both of you. Call that number, Mr. Slaughter. We'll reset the case. I need you to start paying in June, $60 a week. Ms. Starks, if you could put that in the notes. $60 a week is what I'm looking for to get you started back on track. I know that's maybe hard, but that's just, once a week, you've got to go figure out how to come up with $60. And
I mean, I think you could return cans if you worked at it to get to $60 a week.
And that's temporary. Let me put my notes here. Dad shall pay. Dad shall send in payments. Send in verification of back payments, past payments. Since you claim you made those, we want to make sure, but we're not seeing them. And then dad shall pay. So we're all clear, $60 per week, starting in June, and case is reset for review. And there's this video, I wish I could find it, about a little girl just crying, saying how, I have little girls and little boys just saying how much they miss their daddies, and it's heartbreaking, and people using a child. I'm not saying you're doing that, Ms. Watkins, but I understand people do that, but children love both of their parents. They could care less what y'all are going through, but that's just something that people have to learn on their own. And so the case is reset for review. I'm going to have to get a review on July 26th. Case set for July 26th, and we'll confirm father has contacted the employment agency. All right, so I know that they have jobs, and if you can make that call today, so that when you come back next week, if I don't see the payments, then I don't have any choice, Mr. Slaughter. It's got to be $60 a week. So you have a car, you have to figure it out. And or I'll have to issue the warrant. You can deal with the state court, the prosecutor on the case. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, guys. I hope that you guys can work out the visitation for the love of your child, and we'll get it together. Be patient with me, Ms. Watkins. It's going to come together. You put up with this for so long, and you just brought it to me. You just have to give me time. It'll come together. I promise you. All right, guys, take care. You guys are excused from court. See you guys on August 26th. Oh, no, July 26th. I'm sorry. That's the reset date. You're excused from court. All right, let's bring in the next case. Let's see, that was Slaughter, and now we're on, let me pull it up before I bring them in. I put in, Judge Thompson, I put in docket notes. I put all the information.
Oh, the judge is there learning. She's not on the screen. Oh, well, that puts a whole new twist on this. Did she do that for the judge, or did she do that for them? Find that interesting.
So you can pull up the case with us if you're in EWI, Judge Thompson. I'm not sure if you are logged on or not. PP.
Judge, I've been trying to contact Mr. Webb, and I haven't had any luck with that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so I'm on the case number, what one is that? 6789, Dominique Webb versus Mr. Frazier. I'm going into EWI, pulling up the case, and I'm sharing this for Judge Thompson because she's kind of training on this calendar. And Judge Thompson, if you are logged into EWI, you just have to put all cases and then pull in the case number, which is the PP number. If not, it's okay. We'll talk about it, but that's where we put our notes after every hearing. Also, there's a way to look at the case, and that is, where did that go?
We love the PP2 judge.
Okay, so let me look at the docket note. Let's see this. In this case, the child is Bailey Frazier, August 2020. So the child's about 4 years old. Let's see what happened. Let's see. We were here in March. Same thing, express employment, 110 a week.
No.
He's in the fatherhood.
Yeah, we were supposed to send him something from fatherhood, and they did that, but the records indicate he is not in this state.
What do you think the odds are that screaming judge, I happen to catch him on a screaming day and it's never happened before? I'm banking on that being not true because that's what I plan on spending my Friday night doing. Oh yeah, baby, that's right. Going through literally thousands of his videos using AI to try and find the screaming ones. Which, first of all, I love that AI can do that. Find like keywords, like I can ask it to like find when they say shut up. But I'm pretty sure that he's got more, right? He's got it.
Okay, let's bring Miss Frazier in, please. I'll let you share that with Miss Webb. I thought that I had made that.
Is that a house coat she's wearing? It is. Also, I actually think that if this judge had been in the room with the other judge, like I just feel like if anybody there was also a judge, somebody would have called that. Like, I think that was a joke, Bill, but I'm gonna look. If he's frequently like that, I'll spend my fucking whole weekend pulling them out. Put together a lovely little compilation of him screaming. I can't imagine that he would do that frequently. It was shocking to me. We will find the fucking common thread as to what makes him so mad. Right now, the only information we got is Michelle's, blondes, women. But it's early on Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. I got me a Ristorante pizza. 950 calories, baby. We're going to find us some crazy court tonight.
That note. Okay. All right, let's turn Miss Webb's camera off for right now so she can get ready for
I'm Miss
court.
Frazier. I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm Miss Frazier,
I'm sorry.
not Miss Webb.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
okay.
sorry. Yeah. Okay, I know that you're working, but I'm just giving you.
Yes, ma'am. I just paused it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click later.
Okay. All right. So we're showing that Mr. Webb lives out of state. Are you aware of that?
No, ma'am. He actually lives here.
Okay. Miss
your house?
Carson?
The information we have is an address not in this state.
Yes, ma'am. He actually does live here. He's actually tried to meet me to see my daughter. I declined. So he actually does live here.
All right. Well, I just
fucking fuck. Sorry. I didn't mean to swear that loud, but I just swiped us all the way over here. Luckily, she's wearing a polka dotted robe, so it's really easy to pick her out.
So we're showing that Mr. Webb lives out of state. Are you aware of that?
No.
Oh, but I was planning on pausing and saying, ma'am, that doesn't prove shit. Just because he wanted to see your kid and then you just told us you willfully didn't have him. Good night, Bill. True, Rebecca, but it still just was so bad. So bad. Also, remember, we watched that whole docket, and later on there was somebody else trying to do the same thing, and he did not react like that. It was very odd.
I mean, he actually lives here.
Okay, Miss Carson?
The information we have was an address not in this state.
Yes, ma'am. He actually does live here. He's actually tried to meet me to see my daughter. I declined, so he actually does live here.
All right. Well, I just had the whole conversation with that about parents. You know, child support is not connected to a relationship with the child. I'm just saying, not judging anybody, but if you know, the child, anyway, I'll let you guys handle that. They're not connected. It shouldn't be, I'm not letting you see my child if you're not paying child support. Just in my opinion, all the research we've done and all the courses, it's not in the best interest of the child, but if that's what you choose to do. So he's supposed to be paying $441 per month. Last time we were in court, I sent him to Express Employment. I encouraged him to try to pay something every week, and he has not made any payments since then. We did send him to the fatherhood program, but I don't have any updated information. And I already swore you in. So how do you know that he lives at the address that you gave us?
No, I don't know that he lives at that address, but I know he does live in the state of Georgia, because the last time that we spoke, you asked him what county he lives in, and he said Fulton County. So he does live in the state of Georgia.
Okay, let's see. All right, well, there's been no payments. We tried to reach him. We're not able to reach him. So you cannot file with magistrate. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and issue. He hasn't made any payments or come to court. I'm going to go ahead and issue the warrant. I think you've probably already signed it. So your case is going to be transferred to state court. You'll probably hear from the court in the next 8 months or so. It takes a long time for them to process your case, but we don't have jurisdiction over it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and issue the warrant. And Ms. Starks, can we confirm that she's already signed?
Yes, Judge, she has already signed.
All right, Ms. Frazier, so your case is turned over to state court. Everything will be handled by a state court judge. If you're familiar with you might want to look up the DeKalb County Odyssey. Once he's arrested, they'll take him into custody. He'll be released, and then should be notified when the case is going to trial, and everything will be handled in state court. For my reasons, he's not making any payments. I don't show any payments. There's no reason for me to continue to try to work with him.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Take care. Okay.
Thank you. You
excused
too.
from court.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And I believe that covers all the cases on the calendar.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Finally, a warrant. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Is Colin still alive? If he is, I will redirect the video. Where is that? Redirect. Yeah, he is. Okay, let's go over there. I will play the outro. We will go over to Collins, do a little raid, try and get some new subs because we're close. We got to get to 2K by the end of May. Pardon me. I love you guys. Remember that. I love you. Thank you so much for the support tonight. You don't know how important it was, and I really appreciate it. But I love you. I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.